hari imyenda
There are clothes
iva mu bukorikori muri maji
that come from magic.
cyangwa ugasanga imyenda ishushanyijeho ibintu by'ibiyoka ariyo drago cyangwa se ikiyoka cy'umutuku.
Or clothes have like a dragon.
Hari ibindi usanga nanone imyenda iriho uduhanga tw'abantu.
And there are others that have skulls.
Abantu usanga hariho ibinyamaswa, les monstres, ibinyamaswa bidasobanura.
And other clothes have monsters that are undefinable.
Iyo wambaye wa mwenda,
when you wear that cloth,
nijoro ya myuka iriho irakugendera ari ibintu bifatika atari kuvuga ngo ni ibishushanyo gusa. Mwirinde gukora ibintu bya tatuwaje.
Don't put tattoos on your bodies.
Ntimwemerewe gutatua imibiri yanyu.
You're not allowed to put tattoos on your bodies.
Tatuwaje ni ibimenyetso Satani akumenyeraho akakuidentifie akamenya aho utuye naho ukorera n'ibyo ukora byo.
Tattoos are signs for the devil to be able to know where you are, what you do, and everything that you do.
Arakulokaliza.
He can localize you or know where you are and to know where you are at that time.
Muzirinde gukurikira abaragura n'abaraguza.
Do not follow soothsayers or people who mediums.
Hari abaragura muri kijyambere.
There are people who modernize witchcraft.
Ibyo twita astrology.
It's what we call astrology.
Les signes des zodiaques.
Signs of zodiac.
Ngo njyewe ndi Leo, njyewe ndi
I am Leo.
njyewe ndi Poisson, njyewe
I
ukabyishimira.
am Pisces. You're happy about that.
Abandi bambara amabiju ariho icyo kintu.
And other people wear
Deuteronomy 18 ku murongo wa 9.
Deuteronomy 18 verse 9.
Tugeze ku murongo wa 14.
Let us go all the way to verse 14.
Numara kugera mu gihugu Uwiteka Imana yawe guha, tuzige gukurikiza ibizira bikorwa n'ayo mahanga. Muri mwe ntiyazaboneke ucisha umuhungu we cyangwa umukobwa we mu muriro, cyangwa ukora iby'ubupfumu, cyangwa uragurisha ibicu, cyangwa umupfumu, cyangwa umurozi, cyangwa umwambuzi, cyangwa ushikisha, cyangwa uragurira abantu ibizababaho, cyangwa umushitsi. Kuko ukora ibyo wese ari ikizira Uwiteka yangurunuka. Kandi ibyo bizira nibyo bitumye Uwiteka Imana yawe izirukana ayo mahanga imbere yawe. Utungane rwose Uwiteka Imana yawe. Kuko ayo mahanga uzahindura yumvira baragurisha ibicu n'abapfumu. Ariko weweho Uwiteka Imana yawe ntigukundira kugenza utyo. Amen.
Amen.
Reba mu gitabo cy'Abalewi 20 ku murongo wa 27.
Let us go to the book of Leviticus 20:27.
Umushitsi cyangwa umushitsikazi n'umupfumu cyangwa umupfumukazi ntibakabure kwicwa, babicisha amabuye. Urubanza rw'amaraso ye niwe ruzahaba. Yesaya 8:19.
Isaiah 8:19.
Kandi niba babwira ngo imushake abashyitsi mubashikishe, mushake n'abapfumu banumwigira bakongorera. Mbese abantu bari bakwiye gushaka Imana yabo bakaba ariyo babaza, mbese iby'abazima byabazwa abapfuye. Hari umugozi twitamo n'umugozi w'ibikorwa by'umwijima.
There is a bond that we call a bond of occultism.
Ibikorwa by'umwijima.
Occultism.
Byaboshye abantu benshi.
It has bound up so many people.
Byaboshye ba data.
It bound up our parents,
ba mama,
our mothers,
bashiki bacu,
our sisters,
basaza bacu,
our brothers,
bakuru bacu,
our elder brothers, our little sisters.
Kuko abantu batabajije Imana yabo, ariko babajije iyo myuka y'umwijima.
Because people didn't ask their God, but they asked those spirit of darkness.
Umuntu ashobora kwibaza.
A person might ask themselves,
niki cyatumye abisirayeli bajya mu gihugu cy'abandi bakakigira icyabo?
Why did the Israelites go to a foreign land and make it their own?
Bari bavuye mu Egiputa.
They were from the land of Egypt.
Imana yababwira ngo nimujye i Kanani.
And God told them, go to Canaan.
Imana iravuga ngo amahanga ari muri iki gihugu nzayakuramo mbashiremo.
God says that the foreigners in that nation I will remove and place
foreigners,
the natives of that nation, I will drive them out and place you in. I will take the natives out of their nation. And then I will give you that land. You can ask yourself, why does God do such things? To get a nation out, to get natives out of their own nation, and then foreigners get in. We just read about it. The country that I'm going to give to you, the nation, the people, the natives of that don't know that I am their God. They don't know that I'm the God who created them. They don't know that I'm the one who placed them in that land. Instead of knowing me, this is what they did. They went to ask spirits. They went to ask witch doctors. They did divination. They would use the clouds. And there are mediums among them. And there are spiritists among them. I am going to get them out of that nation. And then I will put you with that nation. But do not do like them. If you do like them, I will do this. To become if among you there is a witch doctor, a medium, or a spiritist, let that person be killed. And his own blood be upon his head. I give you the permission to kill them. That is the God of heaven. Aren't people supposed to be consulting their God? Why do you ask those things of the living to from the dead? They speak in murmurs and in whispers. Those are the people you go to consult. The ones who move around. They shake certain things. They whisper and they murmur. Those are the people who you ask questions. A dead person. How can you ask your grandfather who does not live anymore about the things of the people who are living? In this world, the researches that were made showed that the money that comes forth in a darkness way, the first money comes from marijuana or drugs. The second comes from people who will go to mediums. The money that is circulating in the world you just hear that there is a witch doctor and people go there. The money is from women who circulate from Montreal to France or all the other nations who are going to consult mediums. There was one time when I decided never to carry luggage for people. Don't you ever give me anything to take. I refused it and I told God about it. Unless it's very, very peculiar or huge reasons. When we came to this nation, I used to come with my wife from 1999. When we would go back home,
tukagenda twikoreye iby'abandi.
We would pay for our luggages and we would take other people's luggage.
Iyacu tukaba oblige hajya kuri yagishe kuriha ibiro byayo kugira ngo ibintu by'abandi bidataka.
We would be obligated to pay so that other people's luggage is not lost.
Umunsi umwe ni muri ibi bihugu byanyu.
And one day when I was in one of these countries, a lady came. Pastor, I have something that you have to take. I have something that you have to take. And I said, what is it? She cannot let me rest. She cannot let me rest. Pastor, the pastor cannot make me rest. This is our Christian. Please take their stuff. And I said, it's okay, then give me your stuff. I took it. I gave her a minute to pick up the stuff tomorrow, the next day. She gave me something, and when I held it in my hand, it turned into a snake. When it turned into a snake, I took the head and I pressed the head. I pressed the head. And I realized that it was bursting in my hand. And after it bursted, I threw it down. It kept waggling the tail. I spit on it. And I spit on it and said, you have no power. And I woke up and my hand was hurting, was itching. The lady was supposed to come in the morning. She came fast. She came. I was connected. You don't just dress whichever way. When you are connected with God, nobody just does whatever they want. The reason we fall into too many problems is our hearts are not connected. The lady came. When she came to the house, she started praying. She cried. And I didn't feel it touching anywhere. I was ready. And then when she was done, she gave me an envelope. It was a small envelope that had sealed. It was a big envelope. It had a telephone number of the relatives. And she told me there is money here. There is money. And the other thing, there is medication. My father is sick. You have to. You need to take it very fast before it defreezes. It can sustain about 10 hours, 12. When I touched it, there was a little bottle and there was money inside. I took it in my hands. And I felt an itch just like that earlier on. And God started to reveal to me. And she told me that is not that. It's the God told me that is not medication for the father, but it's the spit of a medium. And the person who will receive you at the airport will have come out of the house of a medium directly, so you have to give them that envelope. That medium, that witch doctor knows very well that you shall bring it. The things that he's done already. Therefore, that person will be coming out of his home. He's the one who's going to receive you at the airport. You will give him the envelope. And whatever shall happen upon your life, what they have planned on your life, is this and this and this. I will not tell you about it. It is silliness of the devil. In a short time,
ndamubwira ati ntegereza mama.
I told her, wait for me, mother.
Ngiye mu cyumba.
I'm going to the room.
Ndapfukama.
I knelt down.
Ndabati Mana.
I say, God,
niki kinyemeza ko ari amacandwe ndabyumva.
How am I really going to know that this is speed? I felt a voice tell me, go and greet her again. When you greet her, she's going to tell you, please pray for my shoulder, it hurts. Our God is a God of precision. When she tells you that, make her kneel down, tell her all of these things. I went back. I went close to the lady. I smiled. And I gave her my hand. When I gave her my hand, she thought that I was saying bye to her. She told me, Pastor, before saying bye to me, please touch my shoulder because it hurts. And she touched exactly the same shoulder. I told her, kneel down. Tell me where you're taking this speed. The woman asked for a toilet right then. I told her, no. Do it right there. First tell me. I told her, do it right there where you are, right where you're kneeling. Where is this speed going? She fell down. She screamed. She screamed. She screamed out. And I woke her up. And I said, please don't scream. I would like to talk to you. Why? What do you want?
ufata amacana ukayohereza mu Rwanda umukozi w'Imana ntuvuye ikibazo cyawe nikubona gikomeye kurutima.
Why do you give speed for me to take it back home to a medium? Why can't you talk to me about whatever problem you're having? Don't you know that God can solve any issue?
arambwira ngo mbabarira.
And she told me, forgive me.
aya macana yagombaga kurara ageze ku mupfumu.
This speech was supposed to go to a witch doctor today. She had certain problems that needed to be dealt with. And I asked her who was going to pick it up at the airport. She told me it is my mother. Where is your mother? The witch doctor asked her to stay in her home until it's time to go and pick you up at the airport. Do you know the things that your mother would have brought for me? No, I don't know. And I said, you don't know, but God knows. From today, right now, if you go to consult finding different idols, God, may He take care of your life. You are killing yourself. And the girl screamed out. I prayed for her. And she opened up the little thing. It was speed that was filling that little bottle. Do you know the other thing that was there? There was her pubic hair. The other thing that was in. There was the nails of her little toes, legs, and also the fingers, the toes and the fingers. The other thing that was in there, there was one hair that was longer than all the other hairs on her head. It was the hair that they had plucked off. To put that thing in a little bottle and lock it, you have locked your life inside. I don't know the news of the little girl. But I'm sure that she was glad that I didn't take the stuff and I was glad too. The money was to be given to the witch doctor.
ariko Imana ni nziza.
But God is good.
Nyuma y'ibyumweru bibiri,
after 2 weeks,
umupfumu yarapfuye.
That witch doctor died.
Nabimenye nte rero?
How did I find out about this?
Umukobwa yatelefonye nyina.
The lady called the mother
aramubwira ati mama,
and said, Mother,
the
person who was supposed to bring the things found out everything. Because the mother likes going to the witch doctor, she went to the witch doctor. She thought I was a real witch doctor too. That I'm a highly qualified witch doctor. And then she came to see me. She came because she wanted to get saved. But really, she just wanted to transfer witch doctors. And then we prayed. While we were praying in those days, that's when she told me the plan that they had. It was a very bad plan upon my life. That mother too was part of it. Because that witch doctor had told her that if she's able to do that stuff upon a servant of God, the things that she was promised. And in just a few words, the lady said everything. I prayed for her. We separated. Next day she came back. After 2 weeks, they found out that the witch doctor had died in my place because they wanted to kill me. But they died. Ever since that day, I don't just take any kind of bottles. I don't take whatever kind of bottles. You never know what is inside. Don't trust everybody. Don't trust everybody. They might give you a Bible, but it's a gift to a. God helps occultism. Things of the darkness. The Bible that we read, there are 510 chapters that talk about occultism. The Bible took a while to think about these things. The things of darkness. 1,250 verses where God speaks about occultism. We need to avoid consulting witch doctors. We need to be careful about giving them our blood. When somebody cuts your skin and takes blood out, they have taken your life. The Bible tells us that the life of the breathing is in the blood. The soul resides in the blood. Every time you give out your blood to the witch doctors, you need to know that you are under their control. This is what happens. They told us here that policemen can put tie a rope on a person's leg. And they can, it's a brace on your leg, and they can control wherever you go. All your movements. That's the exact same way it happens to a person who gave their blood to a witch doctor. You leave Burundi, you go to Montreal, but you have that brace that screams out, where is this person now? When Montreal doesn't do anything for you, you say you're going to Calgary. That demon upon your leg keeps reporting about where your whereabouts. You want to walk forward, but then they say, oh, she's getting wealthy. Demons come rushing you now because you have placed your life in Satan's hands. Don't put tattoos on your bodies. You're not allowed to put tattoos on your bodies.
Tatuwaje ni ibimenyetso Satani akumenyeraho akakuidentifier akamenya aho utuye naho ukorera n'ibyo ukora.
Tattoos are signs for the devil to be able to know where you are, what you do, and everything that you do.
Arakulokaliza.
He can localize you or know where you are and to know where you are at that time.
Muzirinde gukurikira abaragura n'abaraguza.
Do not follow soothsayers or people who mediums.
Hari abaragura muri kijyambere.
There are people who modernize witchcraft.
Ibyo twita astrology.
It's what we call astrology.
Les signes des zodiacs.
Signs of zodiac.
Ngo njewe ndi Leo, njewe ndi
I am Leo.
Njewe ndi Poisson, njewe ukabyishimira.
I am Pisces. You're happy about that.
Abandi bambara amabiju ariho icyo kintu ki.
And other people wear jewelry that has the signs.
Mu myaka ya kera barimo bubaka i Babeli.
In the olden days when they were building the Tower of Babel.
Umukuru president wari wicoge yari umugabo witwa Nimrod.
The president of that time was a man named Nimrod.
Bari mu kibaya cy'Ishineya.
They were in the valley of Shimeon.
Baravuga ngo twubake inzu ne.
And they said, let us build a long tower.
Twikorere inzu ya twiremere izina.
Let us bring a name upon ourselves.
Barubaka.
They built.
Bageze hejuru.
When they went up the
tower,
way the Tower of Babel was,
hejuru,
at the top,
niho hari inzu y'abapfumu bagombaga gupfumuriza.
Is where all of the mediums were supposed to reside.
Niho bakoreraga ibitambo hejuru.
That is where they sacrificed on top of the tower.
Niko yari forme y'amazu bita zigurate, forme ya zigurate.
That was the form of the houses named ziggurat.
Hariya hejuru rero ku mahembe 12 y'umunara w'i Babeli.
On the 12 horns of the Tower of Babel, Nimrod
yakoze connection n'ikirere.
Made a connection with the skies.
Abona inyenyeri ifite amahembe 12.
And he saw a star that had 12 horns.
Kandi ayo mahembe,
and those horns,
yari afite ishusho zisa n'abantu n'ibintu.
Each had the faces that looked like creatures and people.
Aho niho yakuye biriya bya zodiac. Zodiac za mbere, constellation, signes za zodiac zahereye ku munara w'i Babeli.
The first zodiac signs began at the Tower of Babel.
Aho niho baragurishaga igicu.
That is where they used to use astrology.
Noneho bakamenya ubuzima bwawe barebye gusa ukwezi urimo n'icyo witiriwe.
And they would know your life according to the month that we are in, or whatever your name is, or what you've been called under.
Imana ntiyemera abastrologue.
God does not accept astrologers.
Kuko baragurisha imitwe n'ibirere.
Because they use their minds and the sky to tell the future.
Ibyo bibabaza Imana iramanuka iva mu ijuru. Yabasenya bose n'umunara urashira barabaratanga.
Those things hurt God, and God came from heaven and the tower was broken down.
Ubu rero abantu baraza inkoni siyanse, we uriki, we yihe. Ugasanga abantu nibyo barimo basoma ibinyamakuru kureba bakurikira mu internet horoscope bayita horoscope.
People follow the horoscope. They ask questions about which one are you?
Mwirinde horoscope.
Be careful about horoscopes.
mwirinde n'udushene mwambaye turi horoscope.
And be careful about the chains or the necklaces that have horoscopes.
Kuko Satana arabikurikira akadeturiza ubuzima bwawe.
Because Satan follows them and he can destroy your life.
Kubera ibyo bya astrology.
Because of astrology,
byatumye
it made that
Satani ikoresha abantu kuvuma iminsi yacu.
It made that Satan was able to use people to curse the days of our lives, the days of the week.
Bihereye ku maplanete, bihereye kuri zodiac.
It began from zodiac, the planets.
Yobu 3:8.
Job 3:8.
Ngo abafuma iminsi bakitegura kubyutsa Lewiyatani barivume.
May those who curse days curse that day. Those who are ready to rouse Leviathan.
Leviathan ni kiyoka ni Satani wo mu mazi.
Leviathan was a snake or the devil of the water.
Niwe wakoranye connection y'ibirere kugira ngo bavume iyi minsi yacu.
He's the one who made the connection with the sky so that they can curse the days of the week.
Kuwa mbere bayitirira ukwezi.
Monday is moon day.
Kuwa kabiri planete Mars.
And Tuesday comes from the planet Mars.
Kuwa gatatu Mercury.
And Wednesday comes from Mercury.
Kuwa kane Jupiter.
And Thursday is Jupiter.
Kuwa gatanu Venus.
And Friday is Venus.
Kuwa gatandatu Saturn.
And Saturday is from Saturn.
Kucyumweru izuba.
And Sunday is the sun.
Icyo gihe nicyo gihe batangiye kuvuma iminsi kugira ngo buri munsi ujemo uri mu mivumo. Ejo ni buke uri mu muvumo. Ejo ni buke uri mu muvumo. Hanyuma ukonsilte guzodiake kugira ngo bakwigishe horoscope. Iyo niyo mpamvu ya mbere yatumye bavuma iminsi.
That is how they curse the day. So each day you enter with a curse. Therefore, if you wanted to have a good life, you would have to consult the horoscope to know what kind of life you were going to live the next day. That is so people can always be in terror to find people to help them. That is why we had made a calendar that was different from these other days. Monday is glory day. Tuesday is blessing day. Wednesday is a new song day. And Thursday is silence day before God. And Friday is victory day. And Saturday is the day of the covenant day. And Sunday is transfiguration day. Those are blessed days.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Receive the blessings of God.
Uzirinde kugira umurozi mu rugo, uzirinde kugendana n'umurozi cyangwa kuba umurozi.
You have to avoid magicians or becoming one.
Umurozi wayika. Hari magician urya na sorcery, a wicca.
A wicca. You have to be careful about being a wicca or consulting a wicca.
Abantu bavugana n'imizimu.
People who speak to the dead.
Hari n'ahantu ubwira ugasanga barakora spectacle za magie ibintu nk'ibyo.
There are places you get to and they're performing magic stuff.
Hari abamagician bakora butubombo ugasanga abana baraturya.
There are magicians who can make sweets and children eat those sweets.
Muzirinde kurya utwo tubombo kuko muba muri uburozi.
You have to be careful because you're eating poison.
Ubu imizi kidayimoni muri wowe.
You have swallowed a demon inside of you.
Wirinde gukora pratique occulte ibintu bibi.
Be careful not to perform occultic practices.
Kuko ibyo bintu byose.
Because all of those things
bituma umuntu abo ubuzima bwe Satani akamukontrola.
Because it can make a person bind up their life and Satan is able to control them.
Icyakabiri no kwirinda ibintu bijyanye nanone n'imbaraga zo mwijima, les objets occultes.
We need to avoid occultic objects.
Les objets occultes.
Objects that are occultic.
Ce sont des biais auxquels s'attache un démon.
They're things that attract demons.
Ou une porte d'entrée pour un.
Or it is a door of entry for demons. For example,
hari bitabo abana b'Imana n'amafilme amwe tutemerewe kureba.
There are films or movies and books that we're not allowed to read or watch.
Cyane cyane iyo bigendana n'uburozi.
Especially if they have magic in them.
Iyo udafite imbaraga z'Imana muri wowe.
If you don't have the power of God inside you,
hari imbaraga zivamo zikakwambaye.
Then there are powers that come out of that and invoke you.
Paul yigeze kuvuga ubutumwa i Efeso.
Paul preached in Ephesus.
Abantu bazana ibitabo byabo by'uburozi.
And people brought their books of witchcraft.
By'ubukonikoni.
Witchcraft.
Barabitwika.
And they burnt it.
Ibyakozwe n'intumwa 19.
Acts 19.
Ku murongo wa 18.
Verses 18.
19 ku murongo wa 18.
19:18.
Kugeza ku 19.
Until through 19.
Nuko benshi mu bizeye baraza batura ibyaha byabo bavuga n'ibyo bakoze. Kandi benshi mu bakoraga iby'ubukonikoni z'uburozi bateranya ibitabo byabo by'ubukonikoni babitwikira imbere ya rubanda rwose. Babaza ibiciro byabo babona yuko bigeze ku bice by'ifeza inzovu 5. Uko niko ijambo ry'umwami ryagwiriye cyane kandi rikomeza kuganza.
19 through 20. A number who had, we're starting from 18, sorry. Many of them who believed now came and openly confessed their evil deeds. A number who had practiced sorcery brought the scrolls together and burned them publicly. When they calculated the value of the scrolls, the total came to 50,000 drachmas. In this way, the word of the Lord spread widely and grew in power.
Hari imyenda.
There are clothes
iva mu bukorikori muri magic
that come from magic.
Cyangwa ugasanga imyenda ishushanyijeho ibintu by'ibiyoka ariyo drago cyangwa se ikiyoka cy'umutuku.
Or clothes have like a dragon.
Hari ibintu usanga nanone imyenda iriho uduhanga tw'abantu.
And there are others that have skulls.
Abantu usanga hariho ibinyamaswa le monstre ibinyamaswa bidasobanura.
And other clothes have monsters that are undefinable.
Iyo wambaye wa mwenda,
when you wear that cloth,
nijoro ya myuka iriho irakugendera ari ibintu bifatika atari kuvuga ngo ni bishushanyo gusa.
At night, those demons can come and visit you, not literally visit you. Why?
Kuko ni umuryango ukinguye.
Because it is an open door.
Uraza kwambara.
You dress.
Umwambaro ushushanyijeho ijoka, washushanyijeho basa umwana wawe.
When you wear a cloth, why would you wear a cloth that has a snake on it? At least put your child's picture, put the word of God. Put the Bible at least. Or just put a cross. Why do you pull things upon yourselves?
Ibintu nibirara bikuniga ninde bakuroze nibyo bikuru.
When things start struggling you at night, you say they're bewitched me, bewitched me. No, nobody bewitched you. You did it yourself. You are the one who opens the door. When you wear clothes that have demons on them, why don't you buy clothes that children are going crazy now, that's all they wear these days. And parents, you are the ones who go to stores and you buy them. In the name of liberty, you don't hit a child, nothing. A child acts whichever way you want. A child acts whichever way you want, and you say it's the country. What kind of country? The one that is killing your child? Your child. You're accepting that your child buys things that are demonic when they're normal things. Parents.
Reka tureke kwikururira dufite byinshi dukururana nabyo iby'abanyamahanga iby'iwacu turabirangira.
Don't pull things of the foreigners when you already have your own bondages you need to fight with.
Urarunigana n'imizimu y'iwanyu gikongoro warangiza wajyaga no kunigana n'iy'abashinwa.
You're fighting with the spirits of your hometown and you're fighting with the Chinese spirits as well.
I
guess you have strength.
ibindi mugomba kwirinda na amafoto.
The other thing you need to be to avoid are pictures.
Cyane cyane amafoto y'abanyamadini bakomeye.
Pictures of great personality, great religious personality.
Munzu yawe ntugashiremo igishushanyo cya Buddha.
In your house, don't have a picture of Buddha.
Tuzashiremo igishushanyo cya Moon.
Don't put a picture of Moon.
Tuzashire munzu yawe igishushanyo cya Yesu.
Do not put a picture of God in your house.
Imana ntabayibona.
Because nobody saw God.
Kandi yaravuze ngo nzabireka ndi mu muriro muzirinde kunshushanya.
And he said that I will show myself to you and I'll be in a fire and nobody take a picture of me or try to draw what I look like.
Ibyo byose bikurura imyuka.
Those things pull spirits upon you.
Deuteronomy 4:15-18.
Deuteronomy 4:15-18.
Mvuko Bibiliya yanjye nziza y'ikinyarwanda ivuga.
This is what my great Kinyarwanda Bible says.
Amen.
Amen.
Umuntu wadusemuriye Bibiliya mu kinyarwanda Imana imuhe.
A person who translated the Bible in Kinyarwanda, may God bless them.
No mu Kirundi mugabo ariko burya iyo mu Kirundi bayikuye mu kinyarwanda.
But in Kirundi they got it from Kinyarwanda, you know.
Yego.
Yes, for sure.
Umugabo w'umwongereza witwa Gilebo yakoze akazi gakomeye cyane.
A man named Gilebo did a great job.
Yadufashije hamwe n'abandi banyarwanda gusemura Bibiliya hanyuma baramanuka bajya mu Burundi.
He helped us translate the Bible in Rwanda and they went to Burundi as well.
Basemura n'Ikirundi.
And they translated the
Bible. Ariko bifashisha cyane Bibiliya y'ikinyarwanda.
But they were using especially the Kinyarwanda Bible.
Kadusome muri Bibiliya yacu.
Let us read in the Kinyarwanda Bible. It is not in English.
Si y'umwami Yakobo.
It is not from the King Jacob or James. James. It's not from King James. This is Kinyarwanda.
Ni Kirundi mugabo.
And Kirundi. I say. And Kinyarwanda.
Iyo ni karande tugomba kuyica nishira.
Sorry, your shoes. Let's break them.
Kane 15 kugeza kuri 26. Kane. Pardon. Turi kuri Deuteronome 7. Navuze. Kane 15. Kugeza kuri 18. Okay. Nuko murinde imitima yanyu cyane kuko mutagize ishusho mureba ku munsi w'Uwiteka yababwiriraga kuri Horebu ari hagati mu muriro. Mwe kwiyonona ngo mwiremere igishushanyo kibajwe gishushanijwe mu ishusho yose. Igishushanyo cy'igitabo cyangwa cy'ikigabo cyangwa cy'ikigore. Igishushanyo cy'inyamaswa cyangwa cy'itungo cyose kiri ku butaka cyangwa kikiguruka mu kirere cyose cyangwa kikiguruka hasi cyose cyangwa ikifi yose mu mazi yo hepfo y'ubutaka. Kandi rinda umutima wawe kandekera aho ngaho.
Hallelujah.
Numara kukareba izuba n'ukwezi n'inyenyeri biri mu ijuru byose ibintu dukabiramya. Ibi byose ni ibintu tugomba kwirinda.
We need to be careful about such things.
Twirinde kuramya.
Let us not worship
ibishushanyo twabajije ngo ni Imana.
The creatures that we have made as God.
Ibyo tubireke.
Let us stop that.
Hari amabiju.
There's jewelry.
N'amakadre y'amafoto.
And there's frames.
Hari zahabu.
There's the gold ones.
Akenshi usanga ariho utuntu twinshi.
Those that have a lot of things on them.
Ndababwira ikintu byenda bishobora kubashoka ariko kizima.
I'm telling you something that is the truth. That's a good thing.
Shobora byenda kutacumba kutazumva ariko no.
You might not really get it, but it's the truth.
Ntimwemerere kwambara umusaraba Yesu abambwe.
You're not allowed to wear a cross that Jesus is crucified on.
Twe dufite Yesu wazutse.
We have a Jesus who resurrected.
Dufite Yesu kibamba.
We don't have a Jesus who's still crucified.
Iyo wambaye ka kantu Yesu akibamba.
When you wear that little cross with Jesus still crucified,
nuko Yesu wari umunyentege.
That means that your Jesus is weak.
Uzambare agasaraba kariho gusa.
Wear a cross with nothing on it.
Ranyo.
and listening to me.
So
So go and burn those little ones.
mugomba kwirinda amabande, amakompact ya music, amavideo, amadividi, amasidi, amadivisi bya rock and roll.
You need to take care or avoid CDs, DVDs, or any kind of thing that is rock and roll.
Iriya rock and roll,
Rock and roll,
abasore bayivumbuye bayitangije,
the young men who began rock and roll,
bari bagize iminsi bafitanye ubusabane na Satani kuzimu, bahagize ibyumweru byinshi abigisha uko bayitamba, abigisha nuko bagomba kuza amvuta abantu bose bayikurikira.
those young men had spent so many days with Satan himself, giving them the choreography of how people dance to rock and roll and how to make people, entice people to like it.
Kuko muri strategy ya Satani yari yavuze ngo reka aposede urubyiruko rufate.
Because Satan had decided to possess the youth.
Satani yemera ko azabaha icyubahiro n'amafaranga menshi ariko baposede urubyiruko.
Satan had accepted to give them a lot of money and a lot of wealth and power so they could possess young people.
Nukuvuga ko muri rock,
which means in rock,
mu makasete yayo,
in those CDs,
wumva muziki ivuga,
you hear the music playing.
Ariko iyo igaruye inyuma,
but if you bring it backwards,
musique subliminaire,
the subliminal message,
haba harimo message zituka Imana gusa.
there is just messages that insult God.
Ushobora kubikurikira neza,
if you followed it very well,
ukayigarura gutyo ukayiriwangira,
and bring it back forwarding or
haba harimo
rewinding it,
muziki indani ituka Imana.
underneath the subliminal message insults God.
Niba ufite rero ibyo bintu iwawe ugenda ubikura.
If you have those things at your house, take them out.
Muzirinde no kujya muri Afrika, kujya muri Aziya, muzane bya bi statuette byaho byinshi utazi icyo ari cyo kidasobanutse.
There are different statues that come from different areas, going to Africa or to Asia or different places, and you bring a statue that is ununderstandable.
Hari amastatue amwe mabi.
There are certain statues that are not good.
Hari igihe uzana igistatue cy'umugore,
there are times when you can bring a statue of a woman
cy'umugabo
or a man,
ugaterwa n'umwuka w'ubusambanyi utigeze ugira mu buzima bwawe, umaze gucinjiza iwawe mu rugo.
As soon as you bring that statue to your home, you have to fight with sexual immorality demons.
Hari umupasiteri witwa Pastor Pat.
There is a pastor named Pastor Pat.
Yagiye gusengera umwana w'umukristo umwe.
He went to pray for one Christian young child.
Uwo mumama yari afite umwana wamugaye.
That lady had a child who was handicapped, crippled.
Bari baramusengeye mu biterane byose na
They had prayed for the child, but nothing was happening.
Pastor aramusengera.
And the pastor prayed for the child.
Biranga.
It was hard.
Hanyuma Imana imwishura ikintu.
And then God revealed something.
Iramubwira ngo bazuye umumama.
Said, ask this mother.
Ngo nuruhe rugendo yakoze igihe yari atwite uyu mwana.
What journey did she take when she was pregnant with this child?
Pastor Pat abaza umumama.
Pastor Pat asked the mother.
Umumama aramubwira ati nagiye mu Buhinde.
And the mother said, I went to India.
Yongera aramubaza ati niki wahaguze cya souvenir.
And asked, what souvenir did you get from India?
Bati nazanye statue ya Buddha.
Said, I brought a statue of Buddha.
Statue ya Buddha iri hehe?
Where is the statue of Buddha?
Bati irabitse mu ivarizi yanjye.
It is in my briefcase.
Tugenda uyizane tuyitwike.
Bring it and let us burn it.
Undi bati no.
And the person said, no.
Urayitwikira iki?
Why would you burn it?
Nawe ati iriya niyo yatumye umwana wawe amugara.
And the pastor said, that is why your child is a cripple.
Ati nibyo?
Is it true?
Ngaho yitwike.
Burn it.
Barayitwika.
They burnt it.
Bamaze kuyitwika.
After burning it,
Pastor Pat ntiyavuze ibintu.
Pastor Pat didn't say so much.
Yashyize ibiganza kuri wa mwana.
She just placed the hands on the child
Aravuga ngo mwami Yesu.
and said, Lord Jesus,
Bohora uyu mwana.
set this child free.
Umwana arahaguruka.
The child stood up right away.
Hari ibigirwamana bimwe biba mu mazu yacu ibishushanyo bituburiza imigisha kandi bikatumugariza abana bacu, abagore bacu, finance zacu, ubuzima.
There are certain statues that we might have in our home that cripple our children, our husbands, our wives, or our financial.
Mwirinde inzaratsi mufite mu makotomoni yanyu.
Tell me about
mwirinde.
Oh.
Mwirinde inzaratsi.
Which stuff, witchcraft stuff that you would have in your wallets.
Niba hari ibyo papa wawe yakoresheje kuva muri Afrika.
If there is things that your father sent to you from Africa,
cyangwa inyogosenge,
or your auntie,
ukaba ubifite warabishyize mu gikondorero,
and you have those things and you put them somewhere,
ubikenyera ubigendana,
and you walk around with those things,
bikuremo.
Take them off.
Twigeze gusengera umuntu.
We prayed for a person one time.
Yari yaje gusaba Imana ngo tumusengere.
This person had come to ask God that
yari umusirikare.
This person was a soldier
wakoze akazi gatangaje,
who had fought a good battle.
Ariko
but
ntibamwibuka.
They didn't remember him.
Araza umunsi ngo tumusengere.
He came one day that we should pray.
Arira cyane.
He was crying so much. We
We
prayed for him.
Ararira.
He cried.
Ararira.
He cried.
Imana yatubwira ngo ashobora kuzamuka.
And God told us that he can be raised.
Ariko
but
mfitanye ikibazo nawe.
I have a problem with him.
Hari iryinyo ry'intare agendana.
He walks around with that tooth. He walks around with that tooth of a lion in his wallet.
Wayikuramo.
If you could take that tooth out,
yaba nk'abandi.
He would be like everybody else.
Turabimubwiye.
We told him that.
Ahita ahinda umushyitsi.
And he started trembling.
Kuko n'umugore wanjye atabizi.
My wife doesn't even know about this.
Mubizi gute?
How can you guys know about this?
Ni umwuka we.
The Holy Spirit.
Navuga ati mpa vuba.
And I said, so give it to me.
Agakuyemo.
He took it out.
Arakamba.
He gave it to me.
Tugata mu matwarete ajya y'imyobo y'iwacu.
We threw it into a pit latrine.
Turagasengera tukajugunyayo.
We prayed for the little thing and
nyuma y'amezi abiri.
After 2 months.
Nyuma y'amezi abiri.
After 2 months.
Baramwibutse.
They remembered him.
Kuko yari yarasigaye hasi cyane.
Because he had stayed so low.
Bamurenza amaranka abiri.
They promoted him 2 ranks over.
Arazamuka.
He went over.
Ubu ngubwira ni umufisi ukomeye.
And right now I'm telling you he's a powerful officer.
Igihe cyose iyo duhuye.
Every time we meet.
Aravuga rya ryinyo ryari rinkoze.
That tooth was going to kill me.
Rya ryinyo ryari rinkoze.
That tooth was going to kill me.
Nawe niba hari iryinyo bakohereza.
So if they sent you a tooth as well,
rizana ritazagukora.
bring it so it doesn't do bad things to you.
Hari ibindi bimenyetso cyo twita les symboles cyangwa se les signes kabbalistiques.
There are kabbalistic signs or symbols.
Hari ahantu uzasanga abantu bafite signe ukwezi n'izuba babiramya babisenga.
There are people who can pray to the sun or the moon.
Kabisenga.
They worship it and pray to it.
Hari kandi umusaraba bita anke croix de vie, umusaraba wita umusaraba w'ubuzima.
They call it the cross of life. It's Ankh, or the cross of life.
Iki ni ikimenyetso cy'Imana Ra.
It is a symbol of the God Ra.
Imana Ra ni Imana basengaga muri Egiputa cya kera. Imana y'izuba.
It was the God of the sun in the ancient Egypt.
Iyo bajyaga gusenga iyo Mana,
every time they worshiped this God,
babanzaga gukora ubusambanyi buteye isoni bw'ubwoko bwose bwose. Orgie sexuelle.
Sexual orgies. And there's another little thing that you will find that people wear. It's an Italian horn.
Bakita corne italienne.
They call it the Italian horn.
Bavuga ko bibaproteja contre la malaka. Malaka no kuvuga ngo ni umuvumo.
It protects them from malaka, which means curse in Italian.
Kandi bizera ko kazana amafaranga.
And they believe that it brings financial gain.
Uzahura n'abantu benshi bakambaye.
You will meet very many people wearing it.
Agahembe keza gasonga.
It is a little beautiful horn.
Karya kinjiza abadayimoni.
That horn is a passage for demons.
Nanone hari inyenyeri usanga abantu bambaye y'amahembe atanu ariko ihembe rya nyuma munsi igasongora cyane.
There is a star of 5. It has 5 heads, and the last one is very sharp.
Gasongoye cyane.
It is longer than all the other
Kareba
ones.
hasi cyangwa hejuru.
It either looks up or down.
Iyi bayikoresha muri magie blanche.
It is a religious symbol in white magic.
Iyi nyenyeri ikoreshwa mu maseremoni cyane ya za magie noire no barayikoresha.
They use it also in black magic ceremonies as well.
Ibyo bifitanye connection na Satani, inyenyeri y'amahembe atanu.
It has a connection with Satan. It is A star with 5 heads.
Hari nanone symbole bita ngo ni S.
There is also a symbol they call S.
Uzabona S.
You will see the S.
Hari igihe munabibona no ku mafrigo yanyu bakora ka S kameze gutya.
There are times when you have it even on your fridge, it's like a lightning. It's an S.
S.
There is this S, but the other one is sharp, sharply edged.
Bijya ni Satan.
That is Satan himself.
Ubwe ku giti cye.
He himself.
Lettre S akenshi muri magie ibisobanura Satan.
The letter S in magic represents Satan.
Nanone uzasanga mu masembo umutwe w'igikona foko.
It is the head of a pyramid. It is a head of a falcon and it's on top of a pyramid.
Icyo ni ikimenyetso cy'aba Illuminati.
That is the sign of the Illuminants.
Illuminati.
Yeah, Illuminants. That's what they call it.
Abo rero yo ni Satanism.
That is Satanism.
Hari nanone icyo bita ngo ni ukuboko kwa Fatima.
There is something else that they call the hand of Fatima.
Umukobwa wa Mahome.
Mahomet's daughter.
Akenshi ni mubari gatanu.
It is usually the number 5.
Uzasanga hari ukuboko, uzasanga medaille imeze gutya. Bashobora kwambara ku majosi.
It could be a medal that is formed like this. Like this.
Iriya medaille ni satanic.
That medal is satanic.
Ugomba kuyirinda.
You have to avoid it.
Iyo ni symbol ukuboko kwa Fatima.
This hand of Fatima.
Akenshi abisilamu bawukoresha bwo kwirukana imikoshi.
Islamic people use it to chase away bad evil spells.
Uzasanga nanone ijisho riri hejuru muri piramide ijisho.
You will find an eye that is in a pyramid.
Idolari rya mbere ry'abanyamerika babihasanga.
On the dollar, the dollar of the Americans, there is that eye on the pyramid.
$1.
It is a $1. Yeah, $1.
Iyo bagita ijisho rya gatatu bivuga ngo n'ubwenge cyangwa se ijisho ry'Imana.
They call it the third eye or the eye of God or the eye of wisdom. Mu rurimi rw'abasataniste bayita ojo. In the satanist language, they call it ojo.
No kwirinda kwambara, mujye mureba akenshi hari igihe usanga impeta zimwe ziri mu ijisho.
There are times when you find a ring that has an eye in it.
Cyangwa umuntu akambara medaille iri mu ijisho.
Or a person might wear a medal that has an eye on it.
Ibyo no kuzirinda.
You have to avoid such things.
Ibyo bihamagaza Satani.
Because those things call Satan in your life.
Uzirinde nanone twabivuze kwambara gasaraba kariho Yesu aba.
We talked about this, the crucifix with Jesus on it.
Gasaraba kariho inzoka.
A crucifix with a snake on it.
Igikeri.
Or an owl or a frog or an owl.
Agacurama.
Or a bat.
Etc.
Etc.
Ikindi nanone uzirinde kwambara igice cy'ukwezi hejuru yaho hari inyenyeri.
Be careful on wearing a half a moon with a star on top of it.
Iyo nayo ni symbol satanic.
That also is a satanic symbol.
Ibyo za symbol.
Those were symbols.
Hari ubwenge rero icyo twita science sect.
Now there is sects or sciences.
N'amametode yo gukiza abantu.
And methods for healing.
Hari Freemason.
There is Freemasonry.
Iyo ugeze mu rwego rwo hejuru.
When you go to the highest degree,
ushobora kuvugana na Satani.
You're able to communicate with Satan.
Umuntu wari waraminuje muri Freemason ukomeye n'umugabo witwa Albert Pink.
There was a man named Albert Pink who was on the highest degree.
Degree ya nyuma y'Abafreemason 33.
The last degree in Freemasonry is 33.
Mfite inshuti yanjye muri Amerika.
I have a friend in America.
Ari muri Freemason.
He's in Freemasonry.
Iyo ngiye muri biro ye.
Every time I go to his office, he's a black American.
Ariko arakomeye cyane.
But he's very powerful.
Mu rwego rwo hejuru.
He's very powerful.
Iyo ngeze rero muri biro.
Every time I enter his office,
tugira amasaha n'amasaha.
We spend hours
yo kuganira duharira kuri Freemason.
Of talking about Freemasonry. arguing about Freemasonry.
mubwira ububi bwabyo.
I'm talking about how bad it is. And he also tells me if he had not entered into Freemasonry, his family would not be where it is today. I realized that he was in the 20th degree. And I told him that he can't talk to him because he's not in the 22nd. And he told me, what are you trying to tell me? I told him, this is what happens there. I told him the things that are supposed to happen in the 22nd. After 2 months, he went into that degree. And he found that the things I spoke to him about were true. And he told me, you tell me where you know these things. And I told him, you are not allowed to know about this. You can only know the things of the degree you are in. But I am free. I am to know the things that you don't even know. So I can know how to help you. We are in discussions. We're in discussions. We have a meeting with him in next week, 2 weeks from today. So we can talk again. To see if he can come out. But it's very hard. There is Rosicrucianism. Rosicrucianism has 12 degrees. It is also the same thing. It is occultic science. People who enter into these sects think that they're places of wisdom, but when they get there, they realize Satan is on the throne. If I talked about Ekankar, I wouldn't have time. Maikari, moon, black or white magic, witchcraft, yoga, acupuncture, reflexology, homeopathy,
science chrétienne,
Christian science, astrology,
méditation transcendantale,
transcendental meditation, voodoo,
religion orientale,
Eastern religions, there is Islam, there is Baha'i,
Hinduism,
there is Hinduism,
Hare Krishna, message de Graal,
Grail message,
etc.
All of these people are in Satanism. Listen very well. People are dying. I want to remind you that even Jehovah's Witnesses are in there. The one who started Jehovah's Witnessing, the first person who began it, was in the 33rd degree of Freemasonry. The tomb is close to the tomb of a great leader in Freemasonry. Need to avoid. Don't see them knocking at your door with little books. Don't think they're bringing peace to you. No. It is scary.
Esclavagisme.
Slavery.
Esclavagisme.
Slavery. Spiritual slavery. And physical slavery. It is in Satanism. I want you to hear this place very well because it's interesting. You might not accept it or you might accept it. It's up to you. I can tell you to accept it because it's good. Because these are things that actually exist. Ezekiel 13:17 to 20.
Ezekiel
13:17.
Nuko nawe mwana w'umuntu urebeshe abakobwa b'ubwoko bwawe igitsure bahanura ibyo bibwiye mu mitima yabo maze ubahanurire uku niko umwami w'Iteka avuga ngo bazabona ishyano abo bagore bagegena impigi zo kwambika bose mu bizigira bakabadodera ibitambaro byo gutwikira imitwe yabo uko umuntu areshya wese kugira ngo bahigishe ubugingo bwabo. Mbese abantu banjye murahiga ubugingo bwabo ngo mubukize ubwanyu, kandi mwangayishije mu bwoko bwanjye kubw'ingemu z'amashyi ya sayire n'intore z'umutsima kugira ngo mwice ubugingo. Mwice ubugingo butari bukwiriye gupfa, mukorere ubugingo butari bukwiriye, murokore ubugingo butari bukwiriye kurokorwa mu buryo bushuka ubwoko bwanjye butega amatwi y'ibinyoma. Nicyo gituma umwami w'Uwiteka avuga ati, dore nibasiye impigi zanyu izo mutegesha abantu nk'uko inyoni zitegwa, nzazishikuza mu maboko yanyu maze ndeke ubugingo bw'abantu bwigendere, ubwo bugingo bw'abantu mutega kuko inyoni zitegwa. Aha baravuga abantu bahiga ubugingo bw'abantu bakabica igihe cyabo cyo gupfa kitaragera.
Here we're talking about people who go after people's lives and try to kill them before their time is due.
Hari abantu bapfa igihe cyabo kitaragera.
There are people who prematurely die, superficially die.
Abo bantu barahari.
Those people exist.
Muri za 1993
in 1993
hari scene yabaye i Kinshasa.
There was a scene that happened in Kinshasa.
Zaciye kuri television.
In Congo, it passed on the TV.
Mu mujyi w'Ikisangani muri Congo.
In the city of Kisangani in Congo,
hari umukobwa witwa Vumilia.
There was a lady named Vumilia.
Vumilia igitondo kimwe yararwaye.
One morning she got sick.
Arapfa.
She died.
Vumilia bajya kumuhamba.
They buried Vumilia.
Yari afite imyaka 18.
She was 18 years old.
Arapfa.
She died.
Baramuhamba.
They buried her.
Barasibuka.
They finished the mourning.
Barataha.
They went home.
Nyuma y'imyaka 5.
After 5 years,
umuntu agiye kureba mu isoko y'i Kinshasa.
When a person was in the market of Kinshasa,
abona Vumilia ko aragurisha ibintu ku isoko.
They saw Vumilia as a medium in the market.
Si medium
Oh, she was actually selling things in the market. That person was a relative to Vumilia. She got scared. That person got scared. And asked, what is your name? My name is Vumilia. Person kept going. When the person came back again, Vumilia was in the market. Person went to Kisangani, told the other relatives. The relatives said Vumilia died. It's been 5 years. They took that person to the tomb, said it's true. Let's go to Kinshasa. When they got there, they took Vumilia. They found that it was Vumilia. The TV came, the radio came, the newscasters came to see. When they took Vumilia, this is what happened. Vumilia told them, my uncle, the young brother of my father, asked me to go and buy bananas for him. When I got there and I bought them, I met a person. And this person took a hold of me. They took me home. But the thing that amazed me, I realized that it took my body. You put my body in a coffin. But I was telling you I'm not dead. But you cannot hear me. You took me and you buried me. I went to pray for a young Burundian man. He was in a Bible college. That young man had a problem. There was a girl that he was to get married to. She was a Swiss woman from Switzerland. But where did that girl come from? They got her from They got her from the nightclub in Mombasa. But was given by a medium or a witch doctor. That young man, had gotten married to the Swiss lady.
ariko mu Swiss kazi yari yarapfuye.
But the Swiss lady was actually dead.
Yaricaye amubwira ubuzima.
She sat down and told her about her life.
Aramubwira ngo data yaranyishe yarangurishije.
My father sold me.
Ati ugeze iwacu mu Swiss ahantu runaka wasanga hari imva yawe.
If you went to Switzerland, somewhere in a certain area, you will find my tomb.
Atariko
but
sinapfuye.
I did not really die.
Nkora Mombasa amanywa nijoro.
I work in Mombasa day and night.
Amafaranga yose nkoreye akajya kwa data.
The money that I work for goes to my father.
Ugiye gusaba umugore ku bapfumu.
If you want to ask for, and when you want to ask for a wife from they said that I should come and be with you at night, but I would work all day. That girl is alive. She lives in Mombasa. But her hometown is in Switzerland. After the war was finished in Rwanda, there was a man who worked in Unamir. It was a mission of the United Nations in Rwanda. They know this man. He worked one morning. He had an accident and he died. They went to bury him. After a few weeks, they would meet this man in Cadillac dancing at night. They came to tell us this news. And as we were teaching these teachings, a lady came and she said, please forgive me and bring my child. My child died and we thought she died. But they say that my child is dead, but then he is locked up in a certain container somewhere and is always asking people to come and ask me to rescue him. We went there, but I'm not going to tell you what happened because it's great secrets.
Abantu benshi bamwe dutekereza ko bapfuye haraho babakora uburetwa handi kugira ngo batungisha.
Very many people that we think are dead are people who are actually serving or working in other places.
Bibiliya yavuze ngo nzabakubita ngo mwebwe mutege imitego yo gukuraho ubugingo bw'abantu batari bakwiriye.
The Bible says that I will beat you up, you who ensnare people to die before their time has come.
In
Bujumbura, when we were teaching this teaching, a lady stood up. She was a Congolese lady. She took my hand. She screamed, said, please forgive me. Go take my father from where he is locked up. I fell in love with my husband. And my father hated him. When my father hated him, my husband bewitched him. Every time at 2 a.m. My father comes every time 2 a.m. knocks on my door and says, why don't you ask your husband to get me out of this Asian neighborhood. In that Asian neighborhood where they make him work. Please forgive me. I don't have time to rest. And you know how old I am. Please get me out of this slavery. We have many cases in Rwanda and others in Burundi. There are other people who thought their relatives were dead, but they see them in other countries. Who are those? These are people who were ensnared. They were taken. There are people who ensnare other people's lives, kill them so that they can become wealthy. Do not see very many people who are wealthy having different things and think that you have to know that they might have taken a life to get what they have. For you to know people who kill other people, when a witch doctor is killing a person, that person gets sick. They ask for money to go to the doctor.
ni fete.
But when the person dies, people celebrate as though it's a party.
Basaba burarirwa yose gutanga amakazi ahari yose. Ariko umuntu yishwe no kubura selo abaganga imiti 50,000.
But a person dies because they cannot get medication for 5,000 francs. But then other people are celebrating over their dead life.
Abantu benshi barapfuye.
Very many people died.
Bafite ibibazo.
They have problems.
Bavandimwe.
Brethren.
Ni gute twabohoka kuri ibi bintu?
How can we be delivered from these things?
Mu magambo make.
In a few words.
Niba waragiye mu bapfumu.
If you went to visit a witch doctor, mediums,
ndagira ngo uyu munsi ubirenonse.
I want you to renounce it.
Uvuga ati Mwami Yesu.
And say, God, Lord Jesus, forgive me.
Amaraso nasizeyo amafaranga umusatsi sinabonye umwanya wo kubabwira consequences z'ibyo bintu.
I didn't get time to talk about the consequences. Just know that they are bad.
Ingero nyinshi z'ibyo twabaye.
I have very many examples of the things that I saw.
Umuntu wari warananiwe gutera imbere kuko hari umusatsi wari uzirikiye ahantu.
A person who wasn't able to go forward because their hair was
yohereje ku mupfumu.
Placed in a certain place.
Ni byinshi.
Very many things.
Ikindi.
The other thing.
Nugukora isengesho rya autorité ricagagura iyo migozi ya karande yo mugurozi.
Prayer with authority to break the bond of occultism.
Icyongeyeho.
The other thing.
Niba hari indahiro wari warakoze ujya muri za roze kura kuko zirahaba framaso nko muri framaso inani ya mbere muri degré ya mbere ya framaso baragenda bakiyandikisha.
You write your name.
Bakaja kumusenya ahantu uruzi rutemba.
They go to a place where there is a river that's flowing.
Akavuga ngo nimena ibanga ururimi bazaruca.
And they say that if I betray them, then they should cut off my tongue.
Ngo kandi.
And
inyoni zo mu kirere zarya igihanga cyane.
May the birds in the air eat my.
Nibyo iryo jambo barisubiramo nkuko Goliyati neza bibwiye Dawudi ngo inyoni zo mu kirere zirya igihanga cyawe naho hantu bakoresha.
That is the same thing that they use, the things that Goliath said, that the birds of the air shall eat your head.
Iyo rero wabibayemo ukumviza inyigisho tuvuze genda urenonse kwiyo ndahiro wakoze.
If you have lived in it and you have made these oaths, then go and denounce those oaths.
Ugende utwike ibintu byose ufite.
Go and burn all the statues that you have. Statues, images, objects.
Byose.
All of those things.
Hanyuma.
And then, coming out of one kingdom to another kingdom, learn how to pray. It is possible that they can come and break your bones. You need to have a life of prayer now. Live a life of prayer. Do not play. You don't just come out of that. You need another power. You can stop it, but you do not come out of it. No. You're always bound by those things. And the other thing, devote yourself to God, body, soul, and spirit. The other thing, you need to live in communion with other believers and come to be with them. You need to learn how to memorize Bible verses. Because those things help you in the battle when you're fighting with Satan. And other times, many times, you need to testify and tell people what Jesus did for you. Because the Bible says they're overcome by the power of the testimony. You shall defeat the enemy if you do that. I love you all.